After spending 2 months in Baja, hanging out on the beaches and watching the magical sea life and vibrant sunsets, it's time for us to head north towards the US and back home. After driving for about 20 hours up through the Baja, we made it to the coast on the western side of the Baja California Norte state. Here we stayed on some beautiful beaches, experienced cooler temperatures, and got used to the idea that we have to go back to the United States very soon. Okay, Dylan and I have been in Baja for the past couple of months and we're almost done. We're very far north. We're almost in the US. We are only a couple hours below it. We are in the area of Ensenada and the Guadalupe Valley. So this weekend, the reason I'm dressed up, you might be like, wow, you're dressed up. Usually you look so bad in your van life. But today I'm actually dressed up because this weekend we are going to check out the wineries in the Guadalupe Valley. Guadalupe Valley is a very verdant area of Baja. It's in the far north and it is known for the Ruta de Vino, which is where there are a bunch of great wineries with good restaurants and really cute Airbnbs. But we will be staying in the van all weekend, but we're going to take you along with us as we go winery hopping and check out what there is to offer here. This is our last adventure in Baja, so we got to make it count. We just pulled up to Cuatro Cuatros and it's this really big establishment. Like they have a hotel, they have a winery, obviously they have this big restaurant on the hill, they have a boat where you can go visit for like lunch. They have 3 different restaurants. They have a zip lining area, which if I had known about I would have definitely done because I love zip lining. But our first stop is the Tahona, which is a restaurant in a boat, so we're gonna go check it out. We've ended up visiting Tahona and stayed there for a very long lunch. We walked in and were immediately impressed and captivated by the beautiful surroundings and the really cool bathroom. It was clearly a trendy spot to spend an afternoon drinking wine and eating good food. When we arrived, we were the only ones there, and that's probably because it was a random Friday in the winter time. So we got a ton of extra special attention from our waitress. She gave us great recommendations on the cocktails that we should try and all of the food that she recommended we eat. Once we got our food, we realized that this place was amazing. The drinks were all delicious, the food was divine, and we just ordered way too much. I really recommend that you visit Tahona if you ever end up in the Guadalupe Valley because the food and drinks are incredible and the vibes are immaculate.
Not good?
I wish I liked mezcal.
She said she tried this.
Wait, who tried that?
Apparently Destiny, but there's nothing but...
I did try it. Look at it, I tried it.
No, you tried the whole taco.
It was truly a special way to spend one of our last lunches as a foursome on our caravan before separating for good. We had wonderful drinks, great company, and delicious food. Winery number 1 was a success, right, Dill?
Yeah.
Our waitress was amazing. She was great. The food was absolutely divine. The cocktails were great. It wasn't really there. The winery, we didn't go to the winery part, so we were just drinking cocktails. We stayed for hours and just sat there and had drinks. We ended up not going to any of the other spaces because she told us it was going to be a 900 peso minimum, which is about like $45, but which is not that high for the US if you're getting drinks and food. But in Mexico, that's pretty expensive, and we weren't hungry anymore, so we were like, is it really worth it? There is a nice view of the ocean and sunset, but it was super cloudy and started to rain. So we're like, it's probably not worth it for us to do that because we've already had a few drinks and we don't want to pay for food. So we've now driven through the Ruta de Vino to get to an RV park. It is the Guadalupe Valley RV park, and we are parked up for the night so that tomorrow we can do some more wineries. Got our campground. We're doing some cleaning before heading to the wineries. And look, you can see right there, a winery.
Okay. I'm gonna make it back. I'm pretty sure. Oh, but my leg hurts. Woo, that was better landing.
That was way better.
Unfortunately, it's a gloomy day. We're hoping it gets a bit better, but things aren't looking up.
Oh no!
We're making pancakes. And the reality of van life is, what are you doing right now?
Fixing a drawer.
Yep, always fixing something.
fixing something.
The hinge loosened.
This RV park is so cute. We just did some yoga, and last night we met the owner. His name's Luke, and he is the sweetest man ever. He's been here for 54 years. He told us like we could stay as long as we wanted. There was no checkout time. He also only charges $20 for our spot together, even though usually it's $25 for each of us. And he's just like so kind. He's from the US, but he's been here for a long time. And this park, we didn't realize how pretty it was because we got here late last night, and it was gloomy, and now you can see it's clearing up a bit, so we're hoping for better weather when we get to the wineries. All right, we're getting ready for our day at the wineries. This is our last day in Baja, which is really sad. It's also our last day caravanning with Liz and Destiny, who we've been caravanning with for 2 months, and it is really sad to say goodbye, but it's gonna be a fun last day together. We are ready to go check out some wineries. The weather, hopefully, it's still cloudy, but there's some sun peeking through, so we're just gonna hope for the best. We are at this wine garden in, I think it's called Bruma. Behind me you can see these beautiful pastures. There's horses. There's even a like longhorned bull over there, and it's gorgeous. Again, we were super impressed by the layout of the space and how trendy these wineries were. They also had really great food. There was wonderful music being played, and overall we had a fantastic time at our second spot. Okay, second spot was nice and fun. We went for a lunch and a drink. They all had a bottle of wine. I had a Moscow Mule. It had a great vibe. The food was really good. It's definitely more expensive in this area than it is in the rest of Baja. And I think that's because we're very close to the US. There's a lot of Americans here. So definitely more of the upper like end on prices and things like that. It also did start to rain and it's gross out, so weather is not improving. We had really wanted to spend some time outside this weekend in the beautiful vineyards, but the weather had other plans. So we ventured out to our third winery of the day, and this time we made sure that it had good indoor space. As you can see, it was fairly crowded on the inside, and on the outside you could see that if it wasn't cloudy out, there would be spectacular views there. The sommeliers were great, and they led us through a wonderful wine tasting. Eventually the mountains poked out a little bit, so we did get to enjoy some of the views before heading out. So we just did winery number 2, and at that one we did a tasting of 2 bottles of wine. We liked one, and the other one was okay. And now we are driving to our third winery of the day.
Let's get it.
After a long day of tasting wines, we knew that we needed to go to a spot that had a lot of food options. Our 2 friends are vegan, so we did end up changing locations because there wasn't enough on the menu at this first location. But the second one had amazing food and overall great vibes. We just spent dinner really reminiscing on our time together and enjoying our company. The next place, which was another restaurant, it was like one of the only restaurants open. The Valley of Guadalupe clearly closes early, which is fine. We just didn't realize that, I think. So we went to another restaurant and we had tacos. We had a really good time. We are going to go back into Liz and Destiny's van and have one final night together before tomorrow we cross the border. Just woke up. We got an hour less of sleep because we sprang forward, but today we're going to cross the border. We're leaving Baja behind. We're about to get to the border. We got some last minute snacks that were our favorites in Mexico. And we're ready to get back into the US. Got selected for a random search. There was no line, took us 1 second, and the guy who came in our van, we had to walk away from it. Don't know what he inspected, but easy peasy. Destiny and Liz did not get searched, and they kept calling me. They're like, are you guys okay? Is everything okay? Because I think they thought something was wrong. But you're not allowed to use your cell phones in the border crossing, and I was not trying to get in trouble. So here we are. All is well. Got searched. It was easy.
What the fuck?
This town on the US side, there's like nothing here. It's very small. But we have to say goodbye to Liz and Destiny because this is where we split up.
You're not off the grid. You have fucking Starlink.
Yeah. You choose for him.
Trade spouses. We're in.
We can say goodbye to the dogs.
Oh, they're gonna be so sad. You guys have to tell them.
They are gonna be sad. You have to tell them.
They're like, wait, you guys said goodbye last time.
Yeah, well, obviously
Not
we'll
as
see
soon
you
as Baja.
Hey guys.
He would be okay with it.
Coffee, come. We really enjoyed the last 2 months in Baja, Mexico. We saw so many beautiful things and shared some great memories. We know that we'll be back again soon, but for now it's time to move on back to the United States and to new adventures. So please like and subscribe so that you can see all the things we're up to next.